like we like literally just started talking about the stuff, so we were
Like
just chit
like 2 or
chatting
3 minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes ago.
Okay,
2 minutes
great.
ago.
Get into my stuff. Like I started it a little bit, but I did more of the other homework. I finished the class assignment and just got that out of the way. Um, so I
That works,
just
yeah.
really started the lab.
Yeah, I should get that done there today too.
You talking about the homework?
Yeah. I feel like it was easier doing the homework this week than it was any other week. I'm like, this is crazy because the other weeks I felt so overwhelmed, and this one I was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Oh man, I miss class, and that's not the greatest.
You said you missed class?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't in lecture today. But I feel like a lot of the stuff that we talked about
I wasn't
today,
in lectures either.
a lot of the stuff we talked in lecture kind of connected to like what we did last lab.
Oh, so
Okay.
it's not that bad. But
Well, it's like with the yeah, it's like one thing we talked about in lecture today. Let me see. Do I have that open? Would have helped with the problems from last lab on page 8.
Oh.
So it was like explained, but like one of the ones like what happens when water gets into it. He actually explained it today.
We're talking about how it melts faster.
Yeah.
Because the water boils, I think. All right. So what happens to buildings on bedrock equivalent to poorly sorted consolidated soils during an earthquake?
So the solid bedrock, since it's very solid, it doesn't move much. The I'm just gonna call it poor sediment. That's the easiest way to say it. It slightly moves. It does cause a bit of damage, but not as much as the water saturated sand and mud, where it essentially can make buildings collapse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you saying basically the more solid it is?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That in between where the Himalayas are now between India and the Eurasian plate, there was an ocean. So a lot of Nepal has very sand sediment in there because that's where it all went. So whenever there's an earthquake that happens over there, liquefaction happens very often. And since buildings are built very poor, it collapses really easily. But even if you're in an area that liquefaction can occur, it doesn't matter if it's very well built or very poorly built, still a lot more damage can occur.
Is it because of the foundation though, more so? Because if it's more solid, it won't be as much damage as if it was more liquefied or more of a liquid. Is that what you're saying?
It's essentially is like the more solid what the earth is under you, the less impact that the earthquake can cause on it. So if you're in a very soft terrain and an earthquake occurs, like I think it could happen. What's another place? Like, say I don't know if this happens in California, but say you're in California and the ground is very soft, and California buildings are built very well. Damage, it can still do a lot of damage there, even though there's so many preventive measures. It's just due to the sediment underneath. That's something that you can't control.
Gotcha.
So, with a solid bedrock, it's very sturdy. Nothing really happens to it because it's the S waves that does do most of the damage.
Did someone just leave?
She just did. Oh. I was like, what? Everything okay? You just left the chat.
I was like, what happened? Like, where did it go? I'm like, why did I leave? Wow, that's crazy. All I did was just try to click on my screen to open up some notes, and I left. So okay, I'm back.
Yeah, and the poor sediment, it's a little mixture of both, where it can be a little bit more prepared. You can do better construction, so it could help, but there is still going to be some damage there.
So poorly consolidated means like it's not as Oh, okay, I guess I'm just probably trying to understand the terminology. So
Mhm.
consolidated is more solid, right?
Yeah,
More
it's just
of a
yeah.
okay, and then poorly consolidated would be more like the sediment underneath could be more liquid, more like liquid. So is that why the foundation could cause it to cause more damage?
So it's actually, if you look up at the video that's right up there,
Uh-huh.
so you see the solid bedrock. Number 2 is the poorly consolidated sediment, and then number 3 is the water saturated in sand mud. Number 3 will have the worst because it has the ground can move the most, and it will essentially kind of turn all that sand into a
Oh,
liquid.
question 1 is just about bedrock. I thought it was about both. My bad.
Well, no, it's all about all 3 compared. So it's comparing the bedrock to all the other 2.
Well, like
Yeah.
A is bedrock, B is the poorly consolidated soils, and C is like the sand.
Oh, why does it say what happens to buildings on? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So bedrock would be more of the solid though, like it's more of a solid
Yes.
structure because it's not like sand. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just doing A through C right now. Everyone's just writing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still writing in pen, Ashley?
Yeah, I am.
Rip.
Why?
Well, I mean, last time we had to backpedal like 6 times on the Hawaii question, so let's not do that again.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
That is true.
That's why you buy erasable pens. Those are great.
I don't want to talk about the Hawaii question.
You don't want to.
That was a rough one.
Try doing that at 11 o'clock at night on Sunday.
I did the first lab at 4 a.m. the day before it was due.
I did it at 11 p.m.
4 a.m.
I submitted everything at 11:30.
Jeez,
Yeah.
Kind of close.
That's what I did with the homework.
I just submitted all before I went into work that day.
Yeah. Well, it's like I had a busy week last week.
A busy week this week. I'm not looking forward to it.
Well, because I had an exam in my class I hate the most, which is my macroeconomics.
Yeah.
And just a recommendation, don't take macroeconomics or microeconomics online. Do it in person. Or if you have to take it online, just don't take Carol Hogan. She sucks. She just gives you videos. That's all she does.
Do you have to take micro and macro?
For computer science, you have to take either micro or macro.
Yeah, I do that actually.
I wonder if I have to do that for software engineering.
What?
You can check that on your degree works.
Okay.
So y'all don't use Rate My Professor to look up your professors before y'all enroll for the classes?
I didn't do that, and also I don't think I didn't have professors listed at the time.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
never use Rate My Professor because I find that most of the people who use it, or at least leave reviews, are ones who are trying to get away with minimal work as possible.
Well,
Yeah,
also it's
that's
But that's
my
how I judge it. Like I literally read all of them. I read like the really good grades and I read really the bad ones too, because I kind of see like, oh, okay, it's because you didn't keep up with the work. That's why you got the D and she got the A. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Like you just kind of gotta judge, but it really helps. And I started using it a lot, like because I'm a senior, so I'm going to graduate in January. I mean April.
Yeah.
So I really started using it like within this last year, and I'm like, oh no. And if I can't find you on there, I just started Googling people because you can always find out stuff about Google. Because I need to know what kind of professor I have, and I always would find out like, oh, you're a bad teacher because you give too much work. Okay, that's okay. You don't explain, so no.
yeah,
Too
no,
much work is better than not explaining.
well, also is that professors can also delete posts on my Rate My Professor.
Really?
I had
Yeah.
my Comp 105 professor. She's like, I can go on there and delete stuff.
That's so weak. Ew. That's the whole. It's for students.
Well, it's
Why
like,
are they impeding our space?
well, I think it's also because like if there's something that's not really good feedback, they probably don't want it on there because like,
Well,
do
I
you
mean,
want
that's
to
your
see like
personal
I hate
opinion,
I hate
though.
I hate blah 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 for no reason, without a
I mean,
reason.
then that's your personal opinion. You're gonna take down my review I leave on your restaurant on Google because it's a bad review to you? No, you don't do that. You just
No, it's like it's like saying. I think she was like saying like if someone's just like,
Rubeck.
I hate the professor.
Oh well, yeah.
Just no explanation. Just like I hate you. Like I would delete that.
True, that makes sense.
I don't like seeing. I hate seeing reviews where like they gave you 1 star and then they're like, no, or just leave no reason. I don't like that. Tell me why. And then I see like people's like rant, and I like sometimes looking at Google reviews and like their stuff is like, you are a prissy princess.
So wouldn't D be uncompacted segment because liquefaction could occur?
I think liquefaction occurs closer to the water. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
I missed the lecture, but I'm pretty sure that it's just looser, so it shakes more.
Yeah, that is true.
But wouldn't that be on poorly consolidated soil though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the video, it's the number 2 spot, the one where the building has all the windows broken and stuff.
Yeah, I watched the sand one. I didn't watch the other one yet.
I was a little confused on the sand one. Like, did he cause the liquefaction, or was it already there and he was just showing it?
I think it was already there, but he was showing it because at first he was standing on it and it was completely solid. Like it was completely solid all the way around except for like one little area. Yeah. And then it was like as he kept like moving the stick further deeper underneath and just like kind of I guess pausing it by I don't know, pumping it up and down or whatnot. I noticed that it kept spreading and then he just eventually made it bigger. And I was like, oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go on the beach and do that.
I like what Ashley said. She's like nice for you poking a stick in the earth. The animation was better.
I mean, the general point of the deeper it goes, the more surface area it tends to jiggle, which that was helpful, but 3 minutes of watching him do it wasn't exactly.
No, yeah, it was pretty tedious.
It's like one of those.
So I think for B, I think I put like the buildings would collapse because it would be more damage because there's liquefaction underneath, or.
So I put because I'm going off the video and how it looks on the video. On B, I put buildings would crack, and glass breaks, but the building does not
Liquefaction.
collapse. But it does. But since it's cracked, so
Right.
it is structurally unsafe.
I gotta be right
So
back for like, 5-7 minutes maybe. I'll be back very soon.
okay.
Okay.
But with the water saturated in sand, buildings can collapse or they can sink into the ground because it's essentially your soil is going into liquid. So heavy object in liquid sinks.
Collapse time.
Think of a human body in quicksand.
Right. Exactly.
Imagine that you're the building and the quicksand is the earth during an earthquake. You sink.
Oof.
So yeah, for C, I put buildings collapse or sinks in the ground. Because I'm just going off by the diagram.
True.
What diagram? What are you looking at?
It's in the video, but also if you just look at the picture of the video, it's the second video. It doesn't show it here, but when you open the video, it will show you.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're good.
Oh wow.
What?
I found another video of basically this guy sticking his stick in the sand and causing liquefaction again. So So I think he actually causes it, just in that little small area because of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
No, there's a volcano in Michigan.
No. Where?
Yeah, I was reading like where just different volcanoes in the U.S. and there's one. Let me Google where it is. Yeah, it's not an active volcano. It's not active. But no, it is in the Upper Peninsula. But they were active 2.5 million years ago.
Oh, so it's like one of those ones that just gets closed up because the crust keeps moving.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so yeah, the copper mines of the Upper Peninsula are there because of the ancient volcanoes putting out the huge lava flows and minerals.
Oh, that makes sense.
But yeah.
What part are you guys on right now?
I'm on 2, waiting for everyone else to catch up.
Oh, I didn't go on the D yet.
I'm on F. I was waiting.
Okay. Let me stop reading about volcanoes and get back on track. I look up random stuff at random times. I literally spent a whole evening just reading about hurricanes.
Ashley,
Yeah,
on part F, how did you say it was beneficial? Or did you say
I didn't say it was beneficial at all.
Okay, because I thought it was asking in both ways.
How it is beneficial too?
Yeah, I thought it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I just woke up like an hour ago, so maybe I'm
I just can't see how it would be beneficial to have a ground that springs like a trampoline whenever an earthquake goes off.
That's exactly what
No, that's not good.
So that's why I was curious. I'm like, how could that be beneficial?
Would you say, guys, for D, did you say that compacted sediment or uncompacted sediment is more dangerous?
Uncompacted.
Uncompacted,
That's what I'm saying, because it's like it can be
because surface waves that roll on it tend to break
Yeah.
up the sediment, and it's less stable.
Oh my lord, I can't write.
All right, I'm back.
Where are you at on the questions now?
I was just before I left. I was doing 1E, and I was gonna say no because liquefaction could occur.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Where'd everyone else go?
They're here. They're just
We're here.
Okay.
Oh,
We're just either writing or just waiting.
We started getting into derivatives and calculus, so I'm like, yay.
you. Sorry, yeah, because I'm still in pre-calc, but you.
No, I took calculus in high school, but it got cut short due to COVID, so
Mhm.
I had to retake it. But
The big C.
It's all basically review.
That's why I feel like in pre-calc, but we're probably gonna get into some new stuff towards the end. I'm acid math, so I'm still in pre-calc.
The virus that shall not be named.
The virus
big
that
C.
shall not be named. Makes me think of Harry Potter.
I used to call it the macaroni virus before,
Macaroni. Why is that?
because I think I would say at first I would say the coronavirus, and I was like, this isn't the only logical conclusion is the macaroni virus.
The macaroni.
There's this one title I seen on an article saying that the sales of Corona beer have gone down due to it being called Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about
And
right.
They literally advertised it as coast to coast, which was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Rip. All right. Just getting some stuff done. Yeah, if we finish this in like an hour and a half, I can pull a draft on my ass in 2 hours.
Be careful, this is recorded.
You said giraffe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Pull a draft out of. I can pull a giraffe out of my ass.
Giraffe out of a map. Yeah, there you go. The giraffe
what I
out
said.
of a map.
Dude,
That's
just
what he
gotta.
said.
Oh man, that's like some. What is that? Like Harry Potter. Man, this keeps going back to Harry Potter.
I saw a thing on Twitter. I think it was by Amazon. Let me go find it. It was a poll. Let me see if my Twitter is still open to it. If I can find it again. It was an ad.
One F.
Huh?
Write a brief statement that summarizes how water in a sandy substrate beneath a home can be beneficial or hazardous. It's pretty much just only hazardous, right?
Yeah.
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 Because liquefaction go burr.
It's like building your house on top of a. You ever see like a chocolate layered on top of ice cream? It's like building
Yeah,
your
it
house
melts.
on top of that, and then it just. Oh man. That'd be bad.
It's hazardous because I can't say the word. Liquefaction could occur.
Yeah,
I've been spelling it
we're
wrong.
all having a hard time saying it.
Is it liquefaction or liquefication?
I don't know.
It's
I thought it
liquefaction
was
because you're not actually
liquefaction.
turning it into a liquid.
True.
Oh, I've been spelling it wrong the whole time, and I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was, where would a giraffe wear a tie? Would it wear it around its neck right by its head or down by its body?
Where did this come from?
Just get
I feel
a
like it'd be
long
down
tie.
by its body because it's the base of its neck. And that's where your tie usually sits, is like your shoulders.
You get a long tie that goes up the entire neck.
I feel like it would look more proper if it was like around the top of their neck by their head, but I feel like it would technically be around the base. If like they were actually gonna wear a tie. Okay, why am I talking about this? This is I went all into the technicalities of tie wearing on giraffes. Okay.
So bad because liquefaction could occur, and the house could sink into the water below it.
You're talking about 1F?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Simulated seismographs. Is there like a map of where the stations are?
What
Doesn't want to
number
listen.
2?
Yeah.
It's on the next page.
Figure of the 3
Yeah.
simulated
Oh.
seismograms from October. Oh, there they are. October 17th, 1989. Noma. I can't say that. That word. Earthquake. Each was recorded at Loma Prieta. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Loma Prieta. Each was recorded at a different seismic station. So show your work for full credit. What do you? Okay. Where was the epicenter? Good question. Where was the epicenter?
Where it occurs first, right?
Yeah, but
Closest one. It looks like,
Station A?
yeah, Station A.
The differences in arrival time. Oh, no, I think A is. Okay, so first we need to find the distance from the epicenter of Station A, Station B, and Station C. That is the first thing we need to do.
Yeah.
Because, alright, so we need to do the time travel curve thingies. But we only have one of them. What? I'm very confused.
No. Well, okay. He was sent because I went to the lab Monday night and he did do some of this, and I was even more confused honestly with the time travel thing. But when it came to the measurements of measuring the waves, like the P and the S waves, we had to like start from where they were like occurring like at the top and draw them down to the bottom. Measure the distance between both of those two, and that gave us the difference between those. And then we were supposed to do something. So you do it for each station. And then he said from those numbers, we were supposed to graph it and make a time travel on our own. And then we're supposed to use those numbers to figure out the epicenter, if I'm not mistaken. So I was really confused because I couldn't do it along with him because I don't have that program downloaded. It never downloaded to my computer. So I pretty much have to print all my assignments. And I couldn't print this one, so I couldn't work along with him. So
Yeah.
that's just pretty much what I grabbed out of that one.
I feel like the 5 of us can figure it out together.
Agreed.
So. Let's look at the figure. Okay, so find the differences in the arrival time. Station A. Where is Station A? So we have 3 locations. Oh no, it gives us the latitude and longitude for the 3 centers. We have to match them up. Okay, I see.
On the map of Nevada
Map
and
like
California.
much lower.
40.
So 40,
121.
40 and 8 minutes. Well, 41, which is C, is how you say that, Winnemucca, because it's the only one that's close. It's right on the 41 mark. So C is the Winnemucca station. You can just go off
No,
latitude.
that doesn't make sense because its long is 114.30. Because I think that those are just like cities of reference. Those aren't the stations. Like it wants us to put dots where the stations are based on the longitudes and latitudes. I think.
More sense. All right, so 41, that's still in range, and then 114, 30 minutes.
Okay, so maybe I just missed something, but how many minutes is each of these lines in between? Is it like 20?
So I just went into the Adobe Acrobat and did a measurement between all of them.
Mhm.
And with the scale on the bottom. So the scale on the bottom is 1 inch. So the first station A is 1.05. So I'm like, I think that's probably because. So 1.5 inches. So that's just over a minute. 1.4 for station B, and then 2.15 for station C.
But from where? I'm a little confused at where you're
Yeah,
The
measuring.
P
yeah,
and the S waves.
On the.
That's for the first part for.
Yeah, I was talking about on page 6 when it wants us to.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find where the
Oh.
stations are. This one. So there's 60 minutes in one of these. So what do you think one of those ticks be 20 minutes? Because there's 3 ticks in between each.
No, I think it'd be 15 ticks. 15 minutes.
What image are you guys talking about?
On page
Looking
6.
at
Page
the-
6.
Yeah, the
Page
page
6.
Okay.
Page 6. We're trying to find where the stations are,
we
because I
need
think
to
we
do
need to
that
find
for
that
number
before we
2?
do anything else.
40.
Because it asks specifically where was the epicenter, and I'm like,
Well, we have to find where the stations are, and then we have to get the distance from the earthquake, and then get the epicenter that way.
okay.
I think. So C is a lat of 41, so that's pretty easy because it's just on the tick. And then, so there's 3 ticks, and it's 60 minutes. So wouldn't each one of those be 20 minutes?
No, because at 60 minutes, does it go up to the next longitude or latitude? It's like you wouldn't say 41
Yeah.
60 minutes, it'd be 42. So then it would be 15 minutes every dash.
Yeah.
So then, based on that, we can go. So like two dashes left from the 114, and then directly on the 41. It's basically in the top right of Nevada for station C.
I think David's right. Yeah. Long 114, 30 minutes. So right about. I can't share my screen because I'm on mobile, or else I would.
I can't share the screen of my paper, but I could. Oh, I could turn my camera on. There we go. Big brain thinker here.
Big brain, big brain.
If it works, it hasn't been working in Discord lately for some reason.
It just works. It just works.
It just works. The cord is all messed up now. Where's it plugged in? Okay, I'm gonna get this figured out real quick.
So I just Googled what San Francisco's latitude and longitude is.
Yeah.
These ones are weird.
Yes.
So
Let me-
this is kind of whack.
I'm gonna go through all of them and screenshot on my phone which one's which. Their latitude and longitude is.
Yeah.
I have to admit, this was going to be very difficult without having a map, but now that I realize that, page 6 was a thing, I can kind of see how you would do it, but I don't have a way to measure. Does somebody have the distances from the stations?
I think I figured out what B is. Because it's very close to what I googled for Los Angeles. So Los Angeles must be B. Because if
It
you
makes
look at
sense to have it in a place where there's a lot of
No, no, no,
people.
no. The stations are not at the cities.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
okay, yeah,
It's really
but no,
close
it's
to it.
very Station B is
But
very close
yeah, I'm
to
saying looking at the latitude longitude, it's like right on it. It's a little bit off, but it's like
yeah,
right on it.
yeah, because the latitude for
It's
Los
a little off
Angeles
and a
is
little right
30.
of
Yeah, it's
Los
34. So
Angeles.
yeah, it's just
It's like on the E of Los Angeles.
yeah.
Yeah, like in between the G and the E on the line of 118.
I
Barely.
just have to know how to convert the seconds into the distance. Once I know how to do that, I can find the epicenter.
Well, how do you know? How would you find where the epicenter is? Oh, you have to triangulate, don't you?
Triangulation. You gotta figure out what the distance that it is from each of the places, and then sort of just
Well,
yeah.
you need to find out where the epicenter is roughly,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, the scale is that's 1 minute.
So now we're just gonna find station A. We have stations. So A is
One
40.
station A is close to. Let me just
Okay.
see with the last one. I'm on the one that starts with
Station A
W.
is like somewhere in
It's in
Northern California.
Yeah, it's like left of Reno and above it.
hmm So 40 and 8 minutes. It's like right.
So it's we can say the earthquake probably happened in Nevada, right?
What? Yeah. Well, let's just make sure. Let's just do the math so we get credit.
Yeah. I'm not saying let's just write the answer.
Well, yes, it happened in Nevada. We're done. I've had enough.
No. No, we gotta like do the specific latitude and longitude. I think.
Okay.
See, station C is like a little bit up and to the left of Reno. I found the intersection point.
Station A. Can you hear my dogs?
I hear a goose, not a dog.
I did hear a goose.
Yeah, that's what I was
that's
gonna
my
say.
background. Yeah, I'm sitting on my balcony on my patio,
I
and it
think
has like these steps out.
What, Rachel?
I think Station C is in Nevada.
Yeah. Station C is almost off.
It's
It's like
directly to the west or the east, my bad.
Winnemucca.
Yeah,
And a little bit up, like a tad bit up.
Yeah, just a little
barely.
bit.
Okay, guys, so I'm just gonna be honest. I got really overwhelmed and kind of just zoned out for a second because
I
I
don't-
feel real like I'm lost.
Okay,
So
let me
we-
I
take
don't
a
blame
picture
you.
of where we have the station so far.
Okay, so like I guess are we still trying to? So we can't really solve to find the epicenter until we've answered the questions for the distances of the different stations, right? Or no?
Are you talking about like we have to do page 3 stuff before we can move on?
So like okay, for like number 2, when it says like what was the epicenter, it gave an example. So like okay, it went to A1. Do we have to answer all the stuff for that section before we get the answer for the epicenter, or then 2 we have to use that map? So when at what point do we chart these things on this map?
Yeah, actually, that's what I have pretty much. Your lost at your station B is just a little higher than mine. Mine's like in the E, but yeah, we pretty much have the same thing.
I just kind of eyeballed it.
Oh, did you post
Yeah.
a picture of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, yours are like literally in the exact. Well, your B is higher than mine, but that's about it.
Yeah, your A is a little bit farther right than mine, but it's not that big of a deal as long as they're close enough.
Yeah, just a generalization.
Yeah.
And then so we have to do this map stuff before we can even go back and do the other stuff. I just want to be clear on that, right?
That's what I think. I don't know if I'm right, but that's what I'm pretty sure is correct.
Because
Yes.
I don't know how to do this without the map, and even with the map, I'm a little shaky.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's where I'm chilling right now.
So like,
Did you guys do one on A?
find the difference in arrival times between P and S using figure 1? Oh, we can do that pretty easy.
Yeah, that's what I was working on with.
So the 1 minute scale is equal to exactly 1 inch.
Yes.
Okay, so then I measured them with my ruler, and in station A, it's an inch and 1/16.
Yeah, I got with the online. I got 1 inch and
So wait, what are you
point
measuring?
oh five.
You're measuring from station A to where?
No, so that for part 1 of A, you're measuring the distance between when the P and S waves arrive for each station.
Yeah,
I
so
see what
like
you mean. Yeah.
the
So
seismograph figures.
you're
Yeah,
looking at the graph you're going to be looking at is on page 4.
I see what you mean now. Yeah, that works. So we have the distance in time. We have the time they arrive, and then from there we can convert that to distance. Yes.
I don't know. Like, 'cause,
We
like,
can. We just have to find the rate.
yeah,
Oh, use the values in figure 10 to obtain the distance.
figure 10?
Yeah.
Say that.
Do we even have a figure 10? Don't-
Figure 10. Let me see. There should be a chart somewhere.
There's a modified Mercalli scale, but that's
That's not it.
There's a map of the west coast. Intensity
Figure
scale.
5.
There is a distance to epicenter kilometer. It's on page 7, I think, maybe.
There is no figure 10. There's a figure 5. That's the highest it goes.
Do you think it meant to be figure 1?
No, because on page 3
Figure
it
1
says
is.
figure 9 next page when referring to the Loma Penta earthquake, and then that's the seismographs. That's figure 1.
Yeah, I think we're looking at the conversion thing here.
You see that
The
page 7, or maybe not.
Yeah, the distance to epicenter kilometers, magnitude and amplitude, millimeters thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So wait, so we have the station location. That's the first step.
Okay, so this makes
Find the
sense
diff-
now. So the amplitude
Find the
determines
differences in
distance.
arrival time. So figure 1 is the seismographs. So we need to find the distance in. So we can get the time that it takes for those two to arrive. How we convert that time into a distance.
So what's the differences in times?
We're still trying to figure that out.
So
Oh,
I measured them out. And
yeah.
I got an inch and a 16th on station A. I got an inch and 3/4 on station B, and I got 2 inches and 1/8 on station C.
So inch to 16.
And then 1
So
inch
inch and a
is equal to a
16th.
minute in time.
So inch and a 16th on A, inch and an eighth on B.
No, inch and 3/4.
Inch and 3/4
I'm
on
going
B.
to take a screen snip of my screen
Okay.
with
Inch and
the
3/4 on
Adobe
B.
Acrobat that I did.
And then for C, it's an inch and an eighth.
2 and 1/8.
Yeah. And if you click on
Two.
there, that's what I got. For the station B, round it down minus that 0.1 inch because it's a little off.
Maybe let me remeasure just to make sure that I measured it right.
We'll do the Adobe Acrobat because I trust you, David, but Adobe Acrobat is a computer.
It is 3/8. Yep. I just read my ruler wrong. It's 3/8. See, I read 3/8 and then I wrote 3/4.
It do be like that sometimes, though.
So inch and a 16th for A, inch and 3/8 for B, and then 2 inches and an eighth for C.
I'm using the Adobe Acrobat because it has decimals, and I prefer decimals over fractions.
Oh, see, I'm exact opposite. I love fractions.
I hate fractions.
Fractions are cringe.
Yeah, I did post what I did. I did an Adobe Acrobat into the Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can see it. And the decimals are really close to the fractions. So, I mean,
Yeah.
we basically got the same.
You can use either depending on what you like for math.
Exactly.
I like decimals because it's easier.
Like that, yeah, because you don't have to do any of that whack fraction multiplication. You can just kind of just stay as a decimal.
Yes.
So then, I feel like it's gonna take a lot longer than we think. Okay. I'm losing all my papers.
So now we have the distances or the times. We have the times and we have the times that is also distance. So this inch. So these are actually minutes now. We have
Inches are
we
minute,
have
yeah.
Mhm.
so we have these. Yes, we have these in minutes.
I mean, we need it times. You times the fraction or the decimal by the by 60, and it gets you the minutes, so the seconds basically.
Or they're already in minutes because the
Well,
scale's
yeah,
in
but like
minutes.
because of the decimal, you have to figure out how many seconds that takes up. So you have to multiply 0.05 by 60. If I can find my calculator, give me a second. There it is.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yes. 1 minute and 3 seconds for station 1A.
Yep.
I think that's what we have to write underneath in those 3 dots right there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
3 dots.
The station A, B, and C
Okay.
on page 4. And also for station B, doing the math, do it at just 1.4 because you can see it's a little off with my S where it ends on S.
We're doing 0.5 times 60, 0.4 times 60, and
0.15.
yeah, 0.15.
Okay. I like how we have to do all this stuff after before we can go back and do this. That's awesome.
So the first is a minute and a half. I know you guys already said that. I'm just saying it again as I do it.
Minute and a half.
For number 1.
I did a minute and 3 seconds.
Yeah, a minute. And...
Oh, is it 0.5 divided by 60?
No, multiplied by 60.
Multiply.
Yeah, 0.5 times 60 is 30.
0.05 down.
Oh, yeah, that would do it. That's just 3. So 3 seconds.
There we go.
Smooth brain.
No. I've done that before. It's just quick little mix up because you're trying to move fast.
0.4 times 60. No. 0.04. No, 1.4 minutes. So that's 40 seconds. So
And
from
those measurements, we can go to the time travel graph and determine.
So number 2 is a minute and 24 seconds, right?
20. Yeah, I got 22.5, but it's basically we're really close. Doesn't matter. I used fractions, but.
3, I got 9 seconds.
For station C? Yeah, that's what I got for station C. So 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
So just for everyone who is behind, these are my answers I got. For station 1, it's a minute and 3 seconds. For station 2, it's a minute and 24 seconds. And for station 3, it's 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
So now I'm on the time travel graph and I'm measuring using the ruler and trying to figure out distances and stuff. So based on the distance between the P and S waves, and then looking at the time travel graph, we can figure out the distance in kilometers from the epicenter of the wave or of the station, right?
Yeah, because now we have our time in minutes. We just need to measure. We need to find the. All right, so we have our y-axis. How do we get our x-axis? How do we do that?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? So I'm looking at the time. I'm looking at on the graph on page 5, right? The travel time curves for P and S waves. So we can see that, like for example, like we have the y-axis, as in we have the time between the two. So how do we turn that into finding the distance on the x-axis?
Well, see, what I'm doing is I'm taking my ruler and I'm sliding it up until the distance between the lines is equal to one of our measurements, and then I'm making a line.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
All right. I don't have a ruler, so I'm just going to have to believe my teammates here because I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Doing this together is so much better.
I'm pretty sure you can also just take the point in the time travel in minutes, and then just do a vertical line downward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
For A, I got, well, those are intervals of 20. I've got 390 kilometers for A. I got 500,
A minute and
520 kilometers for B. And then for C, I got 840 kilometers.
So a minute and 5 seconds, right? For number one, for station A, right?
A minute and it's I went with my fractions on the ruler.
Yeah.
So
I
what was
measured
your
an inch and a 16th between the two lines, and then that got me to 390 for station A. 390.
So a minute and 5 seconds. That puts me at like 200. You see what I'm
No.
looking at?
No, you're measuring it's the distance between that. Remember?
No, like not.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not the y coordinate. We're talking about like the actual distance of a minute of an inch and a 16th between the two lines.
Yeah, because we're
There's no-
measuring. Because essentially what we did in the first place is that we measured the time between the two, but also it's
Yeah.
like the distance between the two. So you're using the distance here to see where everything is.
So, yeah,
What
I
do you
was
get
trying to do
for?
the y. I was trying to match the y
For
coordinates.
C,
My
I
bad.
got 840 kilometers.
What do you get for B?
520.
Okay.
So B is 520 kilometers. Can you what was A again?
390.
390 kilometers, and then C was
840.
840. Do you think they'll want a measurement on my work? Because I don't have a ruler.
Just say teammate measured, and then just cite my name, and then I can clear that up if they ask me.
So A was 390.
Yep.
Okay. B was
520.
525.
520.
520. All right, and then 840 for the other one, right?
Yes.
So now we have our distances.
All right. So now that's something we can fill in.
We can now go to. Let's see.
Specifically, where was the epicenter? I think it's funny how they stage that question at the beginning, and you have to do everything after to figure it out.
Yeah, that's a big brain moment.
So we found the arrival time
So now
between the two,
we can go to
Right.
page 6.
and then we found the.
So in order to do this, does anyone have a compass?
Do we need a compass?
Not currently, no.
Oh yeah. 'cause
We're
we
gonna
do the
need one.
circles. We'll find the intersections of all of them. I do have
Find
a
the difference.
compass. I think
Can we fill in A1 because it's find the differences in arrival time between P and
Well,
S
it's
using figure 1, and then
next
determine the
the
Oh, no, 'cause
distance.
we gotta fit it in. Yeah, we gotta figure.
We have to write down the distance from the epicenter. So I think. Do you think
That's
that's just
what
what
you
we
did.
did? Okay.
So that would be 390, 520, 840.
We can fill that part in.
So I'm going to go see if I can go find a compass.
Plot the locations of the stations on figure 3. Already did that. Locate the epicenter of the earthquake on figure 3, intersecting circles. Alright, that's when we need the compasses.
Alright, I'm determining the radiuses and inches of their circles with this ruler scale.
That's a big brain moment.
Oh man, that's like I hate this one. Hold on.
Just sitting here.
Okay. So
just
for the next step, that distance that we got before from how far it is away, since we don't know what direction it's in quite yet, we have to take that distance and draw a circle all the way around those stations from that distance in kilometers.
Exactly.
Which is why we need a compass.
Yeah. I'm just getting their radiuses in inches first, so I can when I find my compass, I'll make the circles based on those radiuses.
All right. The map's
I'm
already
sitting-
in kilometers, but you can do it whatever way you need.
I'm just sitting here with no measurement tools, just chilling.
Yeah, I don't have any. I'm pretty sure there's a ruler somewhere around, but definitely not a compass.
Yeah, no, I think like that's the one thing no one has is a compass.
Yeah, and
I
that's true.
used
Like
to,
actually,
but I think I lended it to someone and I never got it back.
That sounds like everything.
Yeah, tell me about it. That and I'm doing it in pen. I want to make sure I got it right.
I don't blame you.
Maybe it's my old school bag. Alright, I'll be right back.
Actually, I think the earthquake is somewhere in California because of the distance from sea. It might be closer to San Fran.
No. There we go. Found the compass.
Found one.
I knew this compass kit I bought 3 years ago would come in handy someday.
he's bought it for this moment. He bought it for this moment right here.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
All right. And when
It's a
you got
long
that
time.
picture, what I'll do is I may just snipe your photo and put it in part of my lab.
For sure.
Same, probably.
My sister might have it. So it's essentially it's a light board where you just put one paper over another paper and just draw it.
Oh yeah.
That's probably what I'm gonna do.
That's fair. I still think it'd be easier just to take whatever comes out of David's.
Probably what would happen in lab anyway.
Yeah, all of us working together.
Right.
That's what it would be like if we were in person.
Yeah,
One of
that's
us
what
would
I'm
get the compass
saying.
and measure, and then everyone else would just take the measurement.
To be honest,
So it's
I wouldn't
fine.
have the compass on me because I wouldn't think about it.
It might
Well,
have
they
been
probably
something.
provide compasses. They
Yeah, that's
provide
probably what
them
I'm
if you're in
thinking. Is what they
person.
probably had it provided.
They do. This is one of those labs where they have to borrow compasses from a different part
Department.
of. Well, it's not even a different department. They might have them in the room, but I've never seen them there. I've only seen them in the Nat Sci department.
Oh.
Well, okay, it is the Nat Sci department, but it's
The
for
main building, the
a
Nat Sci
different
department, yeah.
section of classes. It's generally where they kind of teach science education.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you.
I don't know. The room creeps me out. It's full of Barbie dolls.
Why?
Because they're teaching how to teach science to like elementary schoolers and stuff.
And
That
To
sounds
Barbie dolls.
terrifying.
Yeah.
That does.
So I'm just waiting on
Kind
those.
of reminds me of how at work we have one of those automatic floor cleaners.
Perfection. Oh my goodness.
Perfection, he
You
says.
sound very happy.
Yeah.
You sound very happy, David.
Dude, like,
Yes.
all 3 circles match up at the same point, like on the coast of California, and it's like perfect.
All right. So it is near San Fran.
Yeah, it is actually really close to San Francisco.
Good old San Fran.
So I'm gonna do it in longitude and latitudes now. So latitude, it's like 39 and 8 minutes, I'd say.
So what about longitude?
And that's where this another measurement comes in. I'm hoping that's a straight line. It's like 121 and 32 minutes.
All right. I know roughly where that is.
Yeah,
but
just toss
I'll
us.
wait
Just toss us the image of the circles.
Yeah.
I'll just,
Oh yeah,
and I'll
let me get my phone. Hold on. I hope my phone's not.
Take a good one. It's gonna be in all of our labs.
Yeah. I love how part 3 of question is why is everyone's gonna be different? It's because everyone does measurement differently.
No, all it's gonna be the same.
All right, hold on. Maybe
Yeah, but ours might be different than probably Hunter's is.
Let me finish up my circles because I made my circles just big enough to like where they connected. I didn't like make full circles. I only made like just
semicircles,
arcs across the paper. Give me a second.
Mm.
I'll make it look better. I have to find like a flat surface though, because I've got my mouse pad and I don't like doing it on the mouse pad. Alright, here we go. I mean, they'd probably accept this, but I want to give you the full circle.
Pretty it up. Make sure it looks presentable.
Oh man, I really don't like this big circle from C though. Like 5-inch radius isn't crazy. Alright, I think that's good. And then I'll make a big old circle where it's at.
Big circle.
big circles.
Big circle.
Yeah, we can finish this by 3 p.m. I'm not gonna perish today.
I mean, I'm just doing derivatives and calculus. I don't even have to pay attention for it, so we could do this.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I said, I can write rough draft in 2 hours. I have
Dude,
most of my
I've written
research
rough
already
drafts
done.
15 minutes before class, dude.
Yeah, I've written rough drafts during class in high school when she was talking to us.
I did that too. I would do. There were times I would just, because I finished all my work at a class, I would literally just start working on a project for another class.
Oh, dude.
Right.
Yep.
I deadass wrote like half an essay when she was like telling us to get it done so she could collect it.
I remember people in high school who would just do 2 days to write an essay.
Dude, you know what's funny is they want you to take so much time writing an essay, and then they want you to write one in 30 minutes on the SAT or something crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
What kind of essays?
I hate how they...
essays out of your ass eventually.
Yeah, I hate how in high school they were like they're giving you all this prep stuff. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't need to. Like,
During
I
my
don't write
senior
rough
year,
drafts. I just write essays. I don't write rough drafts.
What are you trying to say, Ashley?
during my
But-
senior year in the English class that I took, it was drilled into our heads to write a 2-page essay within 40 minutes.
Oh God.
And that was the final draft. So we were drilled to write it all in pen while we did it.
Ooh.
It was pretty impressive, honestly. Because there wasn't one person at the end of doing like 3 essays like that couldn't do it.
Oh, yeah, because you just... I hope... Oh, that's right.
Essay writing machines.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you guys can read that. I mean, if I can read it, I think you can.
If you're worried about handwriting, don't worry.
It's probably worse than yours.
Alright. I'm going to share it through the Discord, actually.
Yeah.
This is how I turn in my assignments for calculus. I take pictures
What,
of it on my
Discord?
phone and then send it to my friend through Discord.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I had to get Nitro just to do that.
That is fair.
Damn, I wish I had Nitro. It's too expensive.
It's only $5 or 15. I can't remember which one.
That's for classic Nitro, so like that's what I wanted to go for, but I'm like, I need to save money.
True.
I'm already paid.
I just want I would just get it for the emojis if I did.
That's
anything,
really
but-
what I want it for. Emojis and just be able to upload larger files. That's literally all I wanted it.
Your degrees is not 39, that's 37.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Bruh, that was instant. You just opened this.
I'm in the middle of a lab. What? Can you go see what it is and tell me if I need to come, please?
So what'd you say? What was his 39?
It's actually 37.
What are we talking about?
The one on the latitudes. It's I gotta retake the picture, so
Oh, yeah, that would do it. I'll wait till you take the picture and I'll just toss it in my lab. Just, yay!
Just take out your picture and then put this one in there.
Yeah. Put it
I
over
mean
it.
that does sound like a smart idea.
I mean,
I'll
because
just
you can
say,
add
like,
us for including the
I'll
partners
just put out
measurements in our lab, right?
print
Like, we're
this
fine.
out, and I'll just say, worked as a team to get all these numbers together.
True.
Only one of us had a compass.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you a lopsided circle.
Will we get in trouble for that, or are we good?
No, we're good. We're encouraged to work on the labs together, and it's okay that we're actually recording these too. What's
And it's
not
okay that
okay is if we start discussing quizzes and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
that's
okay if I just
essentially.
put his measurement. If I just put his measurements in my lab.
Yeah, because essentially we're all working together. So that's essentially what we would do in person.
Yeah, in person, this is exactly what we would be doing.
So I'm just gonna put the picture over mine.
I'm just literally gonna print it out and just say this.
Hold on, I'm darkening up my writing because my PDF scanner is not finding the. It's not like taking.
Ah. Okay.
I don't know where I'm gonna get an extra. I use a different software because I just like it, so I can actually add an extra page in between, the two figures and just slap it in there.
The printer I own actually has a scanner on it, so that's how I submit all my
I'm
assignments.
doing it digital. I'm using this software called Notability. I used it in high school. I just continue to use it because it's actually really good.
I'm just gonna plug in my scanner because I forgot I bought a $6 scanner at Goodwill.
Poggers, bro.
PDF scan. What is the software? Oh man. Here we go.
It just top.
NAPS2. Not another PDF scanner.
Not like all the other PDF scanners.
True. Scanner not connected.
Damn.
What's
That's
nice about my printer and the scanner is that you just need to insert a USB and that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what I thought it was, but it's like not recognizing it now for some reason. Hold on. It's supposed to be able to just scan.
Imagine if David didn't have a compass. How screwed we'd be.
Yeah.
I just run to the Dollar General like 2 minutes from my house and buy one.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't even have to do that. Technically, if I were to sit down and actually, like, figure it out, because I didn't measure it, and I told you it was right next to San Fran, right?
Yeah, you did.
All I would have to do is roughly kind of find a point, like, do lines where I'm noticing all of them are kind of heading, and then draw a circle around there. So we could have done it, but it would have taken a lot.
You could take
A lot
your ruler.
for
You could take your ruler, put your pencil through one of the holes, and then use that as a compass.
Oh.
I think
Yeah.
But my
That would have been a lot
my
of tick
ruler.
marks, though.
True.
You could just put some pencil graphite on your finger. Just spin it really good.
Did you guys see the videos I posted last night?
The ones about
I didn't see him.
So one of them is have you heard of the YouTube channel Blossom?
No.
It's a DIY channel that's terrible. No, because they release fake stuff, and literally one of the things was you can put pencil graphite into the microwave and it'll turn into a diamond.
There's no
Big-
in there. It's only heat.
Big brain.
But no, it's have you guys heard of the YouTube channel King of Random?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Didn't he die?
He passed.
the creator of the channel, Grant, died, but it's still being going on because it's still in his house. But it's Nate and Callie, and now they've added 3 more people to help them.
Wasn't it just him before?
It started as him, and then Nate joined, and then Callie joined. And when he died, he wasn't really doing anything. He was taking a break.
I mean, he died. How would he do anything?
Wow. Yeah, no, because it was...
Did him dirty.
No, he just wasn't in videos at the time when he died.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Did he
so
die like doing a video? I thought.
no, he was paragliding. He was just doing something he liked to do. But no, I love some of their videos they've done. Not to make me cruel, but I love some of the videos they've done since he died. Cause, well,
Damn.
no, it's
Damn.
well, there are a lot of food ones. But no, one of my favorite ones is taking an inflatable couch down a river. And they put their cameraman on a inflatable mattress.
I was showing a little arrow. It's just like 183 is down here. I didn't have a compass.
All right, so now
But I would legit print this out.
for sure. When did the earthquake occur? Use the time travel curves and the time values indicated in the seismographs to determine the time of occurrence. Like at like 12:03 a.m. I think. Because it's
What?
It says on there that
I'm just looking at the time travel graph and based on.
well, also if you look at the seismograph times on page 4,
Yeah.
it has the universal coordinate time. So it says it happened. So it says like 12:05. I meant 0. It essentially happens at 12 o'clock and 12:05 in the
24
morning. So it happens,
cringe.
yeah, just right after 12 minutes and 5.
Right,
That's
but
when the
remember
first wave
about
is born.
the distance from when the earthquake
Yeah.
starts. On the other graph for page 5,
Yep.
it also says that A is just over 2 minutes away. So you
That's what I was
also
gonna say.
have to subtract those 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I think we should just go based off the P waves. Because like if you look, the P waves for station A is observed like what is that 20 seconds after 12:05, and then if you look at the on page 5, the P wave for what I graphed for station A happens at just after a minute of the time travel. So we could say based off that the earthquake occurred at 12:04:20.
So how do we determine it started at 12:05, or am I just being a small brain?
Well, because on the figure 1, it tells us that the times at the bottom are measured from 12 a.m. So like the 0005 is 12:05 a.m. And the P waves on station A happen roughly, I'd say 25 seconds after 12:05.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you mean.
And then based off that and where I graphed it on the figure 2, I think we could say that the earthquake occurred at 12:04:20 seconds. How do you say seconds in a time? Do you
I think you go
2 quotation marks. Or you could just write it out
let me Google.
12 minutes and 4 seconds.
Okay.
All right, so it started. So I got a little lost.
I think
there
you
for a
just
second.
put another I don't hit it for timer. Let me
I got a
just
little lost. My bad. So I know that we started at 12 midnight because that's when the timing starts.
yeah.
So we have 3 different distances. We have 3 different times. There's
Okay.
3 different. So
So
we're measuring
how
based off when the very first P. Sorry, I'm really sorry. I'm talking right over you. But are we measuring based off where the first P wave was intercepted?
Yes. So like
Because that's the earliest detection we had of an earthquake.
exactly. I mean, you could take it off of either one, I think, but because if you look,
Sorry, what were you saying, Rachel?
So I just literally just Googled clock, and I'm just literally looking at a website that has a clock on it, and they just have it says 2:04, and then just off to the side they have the seconds counting.
oh, okay.
So
That's how I'd write it, just like 12:04 and then seconds. That makes sense. But do you need more clarification, Dom?
seconds
So-
that
It's 12. So the P wave gets here like a little after 12:05.
Yeah.
So we got 12:04 by subtracting the time.
Yeah. Because I know you guys can't see my graph on page 5. If my webcam works, why is my webcam not working? Whatever.
Jiggle something. It'll probably help.
Just jiggle things. Come on. Have you plugged in?
Literally, I fixed a computer in a lab in the spring.
Yeah. No video devices. You know what? Whatever. I'd probably have to restart Discord, but I basically graphed all the stations on page 5 based on their distances from P to S wave.
Yeah, it's just was there seconds to the time stamp?
I'm just guesstimating because there's like a minute distance between there's a what am I trying to say?
There's a minute distance between the P and the S waves, but how does that prove when the earthquake happened?
So I graphed the distance between the P and the S wave on figure 2, and that gave me the distance from the epicenter, right? But it also tells you the time in minutes from when the earthquake occurred on the left side. So based on my graph, 1 minute after the earthquake occurred, the P wave got intercepted at station A, based on the graph that I drew. Hold on, let me just take a picture real quick, and then I'll post. I'll show you guys what I mean. I feel like I'm confusing.
Because a minute and 5 is the distance between the P and the S waves, not the distance between the start and the P waves.
Right, there's a minute distance between the P and the S waves. Oh, yeah, which means that's the distance. Then you just subtract that from the time that the first P wave occurred. You don't even need. I just realized what I meant. Yeah, I overcomplicated it. You don't even need page 5. You can do it all from page 4. Because.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Rachel? Sorry.
It's just I remember you saying amount of seconds. So.
Yeah, because what am I trying to say? Because so basically, all we need to do, I realized that I can make this a lot simpler than I was trying to make it. So we measured the distance between the P and the S wave on station A. We got an inch and 16th is what I measured. And then we converted that to time. It was
Minute.
In 3.75 seconds.
3 seconds, yeah.
So then we can subtract that time from the time that the first P wave was recorded and get 12:04 and 17 seconds.
So that distance is how fast the earthquake was traveling? Or
we're not.
I still don't understand how to subtract.
We're just concerned
Yeah,
how long.
I still don't understand how I'm still a little confused about how subtracting the distance between the P and the S waves from the initial contact of the P wave gives you the time that the earthquake happened.
Well, because the distance between the P and the F wave, the time between the P and the S wave from the same station, tells you it gives you the distance, because when the P wave hits, then the S wave happens, and they happen separately. So then that way you can tell how far away it is based on that.
Yeah, I guess. All right, that's cool. So for the work, I would just show 12:04 minus a minute and 3.
12:05.
12:05 and 3 ticks in.
I'd say 20-25 seconds is what I'd say. Locate the epicenter of the earthquake on figure 3 from intersecting circle centers at 3 stations. Note that your epicenter and other students may not be the same. Why? What did you guys put for 2A3?
2A3?
Yeah.
That's
for
just
why?
locating the epicenter. I just put your picture and I said David had a compass and I didn't. Here it is.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna say. Some people have a compass, and also different people get different measurements on a map.
Yeah, it's just human error.
Okay, so we gotta figure out what time it was. Using the determine. We use the universal coordinate time is what you're supposed to use. What time would it have been in the Pacific time zone?
5:04 p.m.
Okay.
How'd you figure that one out?
Oh, I wrote the wrong thing. I wrote PST, not PDT. But it's a 7-hour difference. 12 minus 7.
Mm.
Oh, that's true. But like,
So just to be 100% certain, the time that the earthquake occurred was like 12:04:22, right?
basically, yes.
And isn't California already in Pacific Daylight Time? Oh,
So
because
another
you're converting from UTC to PDT. I got you.
Yeah.
So the difference between those two is 7, you say?
Yep.
yeah.
So it's just 7 a.m.
7. No. It's 5 p.m. Because it happened at 12 a.m. You have to go backward 7 hours.
Yeah. So it's between 5, yeah, or 7. No, wait, what? I'm confusing myself. It's 5.
5 p.m.
So it's 5:04:22 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, Richter scale.
So the
Richard scale.
I thought I heard them.
It was the earthquake. Determine the Richter magnitude from seismograms using the method shown in Figure 4. Oh, was that
Yeah.
the conversion one?
So
Figure 4 is
graph on
this one.
page 7.
Distance to distance to epicenter in kilometers, and that somehow converts to the magnitude. But the magnitude only goes up to 7 because Richter scales cringe. So,
But
Officially goes up
which
to 9.
It goes up, yeah.
oh, it just continues upwards. They just didn't.
Yeah. I'm guessing with
they
ours
just
it's
didn't
probably
put it on
not.
there.
So we just have to measure the amplitude, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Amplitude and millimeters, so
Millimeter time on the ruler. So we just have
Hmm.
to determine the center of the.
Well, we have already determined the center.
No, like I'm saying on the seismograph page, I'm just gonna have to draw a line through the center of the wave it made, and then measure the amplitude from that.
Oh, yeah, that's what amplitude.
Or
I
I
forgot
could
what
Yeah.
amplitude was for a second.
or I can measure the whole length and just divide by 2, which would be easier because then I don't have to.
Yeah, you can. Find the
So,
highest peak.
Highest peak to the lowest peak. I got. Hold on. Let me just make sure these are the highest. All right. Yeah.
So we're looking at station A, right?
Yes.
So the highest peak is the one. It's
It's on the 7-second mark.
Yeah.
or no, I think the one on the right of the 7-second mark is just slightly taller.
They're like literally the same pixel, I think.
The one on the right doesn't go down as far though.
Yeah, you're right. So it is the one on the 7-second mark.
So I'm
So from that peak all the way down is
1, 2, 3.
So how many millimeters?
I got 23 millimeters, so 11.5 millimeters is the amplitude. And then based on 11.5, I don't know. Is the slope on the figure 4 always the same?
No. So I'll show you how to do that one.
Okay.
So I don't have anything. I'm trying to get a straight edge really quick, so I have a straight line for you guys. One.
I feel you, David.
if I could, I would drive over to your house and give you the ruler I have.
Take this ruler. I don't want it
I'm
anymore.
sure there's a ruler.
Did I just drop
It's
my
just I
ruler
don't
into
want to
my
get up and
guitar?
go grab it.
I know.
I think I just dropped my ruler into my guitar, I think.
Really?
Yeet.
Oh wait, wait, no.
Good
Bro,
job.
it's a guitar. Bro, it's just a better guitar pick.
It went behind my guitar. It was like I couldn't find the ruler, and I heard it go against my strings on my guitar. I'm like, it went in there.
The ruler's just a bigger guitar pick. You could just play it. You could play harder.
Jesus.
My dogs are in my room now.
I'm a little confused on how you figured out Pacific Daylight Time Zone.
She probably just looked it up. I'm gonna guess.
I mean,
Yeah, the power of
No.
Google.
Oh, you just know
I
that
have to
off
do
the
a
top
lot
of
of
your
time
head.
conversions all the time.
Damn, what a flex.
I'm a little confused on the magnitude now.
That's what I got.
But like, what did you do to figure that out? I'm just curious.
Okay, so in order to figure that out, we already knew the distance to the epicenter in kilometers, right?
Oh.
So I put a point. Then we had the amplitude, so I put a point. And then I just connected them with a line.
Yes. Wait, but you went to you did 390. Well, all right. For some reason, I looked at a quick glance. I thought you did the 520, and we were on station A. But
No, I did the 390.
390. Just put a dot in that general area.
So it was
Then the
roughly
amplitude
a
is
7.
wow.
The amplitude is
Hour
11.5.
time.
Well, if we're in around that area, I'm not
Big
surprised.
Yeah, over in San Andreas.
If you could feel it over 800 kilometers away, I imagine it'd have to be pretty strong.
We're in the GTA fault.
Jeez.
The one I did lined it up exactly on the 7. It's like perfect.
Pretty much same. Yeah, it's like
Mine went like literally right through the 7.
It's called the GTA fault now, and no one can tell me otherwise.
so. Just to be sure, on the second part of B, it's you said 7 p.m.
For 2,
5
no, it's
p.m.
5 at 5 p.m. and 4 minutes.
Okay, 5.
And 20 seconds.
Yes.
If you're really going to go in depth.
We gotta get.
I'm just writing 7 on the Richter
precise.
scale.
All right, so then we're finally done with page 3, which has been the lingering page for the longest time.
Yay!
And
Well-
now I gotta organize my pages.
Almost all of those papers are the ones that are in between. So
Or page 7 out of 10.
All right, question 3 on page 7. And then there's a survey. Okay.
All right, so questionnaire is designed for assigning modified Mercalli scale intensities to the October 17th earthquake for return from the locations shown on Figure 5. There. The responses were divided into 5 groups. Using these responses, assign modified Mercalli scale intensity to the 5 groups using Table 1 as a guide. Next, draw isosceles on the map of San Francisco based on your intensity distribution. I don't know what the fuck those are. What are isomally? Whatever that word was.
Isoseismals, what is that?
What he
So
said.
let me find a picture really quick for you guys. You know the topographic maps that we had to work with before,
Yeah, with the contour lines. and all
where
that?
it's like the
you-
blob circle.
The blob.
We're gonna be basically making those again.
I love the terminology, the blob circle.
Well, it's not quite a circle, and it's not quite a blob.
The topographic maps, was that the
I'm not saying it's not accurate. I'm just saying it's kind of a funny term.
The topographic math. I keep saying math.
I mean, we did say math.
Map looks like these. It's the part where I should have posted it immediately after. Looks like that.
God, those.
So the contour lines.
Yeah, contour lines.
Yeah, those.
Is that what
But we're gonna be doing them based on the effects that people felt that earthquake.
Alright.
So
So
time to go grab
Oh,
that
so
page
we-
I just moved somewhere else.
Mercalli scale. Okay, so it basically just tells us what happened. We have to assign a value based on what the people around the earthquake felt.
Okay, that makes sense. So then,
Alright.
but what are the? Okay, here we go.
So
So
we have
at A, B, C, D, and E are all on that map. They're people in those areas. Which did they feel?
felt that. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do for myself is I'm going to count each letter.
Yes.
I'm gonna assign them I'm gonna read off the what they said. So A, fell by all, and people were extremely frightened. Drivers had great difficulty controlling vehicles. Some buildings collapsed, others were seriously damaged. Concrete bridge collapsed. Smell of gas in some areas. Ground cracked. B, fell by all. Most people were frightened. Drivers had some difficulty steering. Some reasonably well-built buildings partially collapsed. Poorly built buildings badly damaged. Some water towers damaged. Large trees had tops broken. Some reports of furniture and people being thrown in the air. C, fell by all, some knocked down, noticed by drivers, damage to buildings, moderate, except for those of poor construction, windows broken, things knocked off shells, plaster walls damaged, trees and bushes shook, caving noticed on some steep hillsides and along stream banks. D, fell by all, had some trouble walking, not noticed by most drivers, damage to structure slight, but windows broken, things knocked off shells, pictures knocked off walls, plaster walls cracked. E, felt by most people. Water in swimming pools disturbed. Some reported broken glassware. Pendulum clocks stopped.
Okay.
So it's A to E going from most to least severe.
Yeah, and it makes sense because the most severe are around San Francisco and Oakland.
Yeah, and there's only a couple of them.
Have you finished counting yet, Rachel?
I just the one E, so yes.
So I counted as well. Did you get 3, 7, 21, 23, 1?
I got 3, 7, 20, 24, 1.
Okay, so I must have miscounted one.
All right.
Probably the D. The D's are a little.
So
All
what
over.
are you guys counting exactly?
D, we are
just counted
counting.
how many of each occurrence there were.
Mhm.
On page 9.
Why?
They need to match these.
May I ask?
It's just like well, it's how many like areas where it was said, and then also we can look at like where it was seen as well.
Okay.
I don't know. I just wanted to count them.
All right, you
I'm
just
gonna-
wanted to count them. Got it.
I felt like counting them too. I don't know why I felt like important.
I don't know. It just felt important.
On the Mercalli, let's look at the modified Mercalli scale
I
equivalence.
think that's why is because like amount of it
A is a
occurring is
9.
like probably like what I would feel like it would be like.
Yeah. So if we're looking at the equivalents for the Mercalli scale, I feel like A would be like a 9 because it mentioned the smell of gas, and if underground pipes are broken, that would probably be what people will be smelling.
Yeah. I was thinking.
So
I would
it-
rate.
Or like I think like a 9 or a 10.
How
what
do
you
you
gonna say,
rate?
Ashley?
I would write a 10 as well because it mentions that some buildings collapsed.
Yeah.
And don't forget, we have to write these in Roman numerals.
So we just write IX and comma X.
I'm just gonna write X because it's closer to 10 because buildings collapsed.
He actually gave the answer for that one. He said it was XI because I guess some of the because some of the buildings
11.
had collapsed.
11.
That does make sense because it does say pipes broken on it.
I'm playing a lot of World of Tanks recently, so I'm all about the Roman numerals right now. It felt by all. Most people were frightened. This is B. Trees broken, furniture, stuff was thrown into the air, but only small things. And there were cracks in the ground, but no buildings collapsed all the way.
Partially collapsed.
Yeah, I don't know. You could see like where a lot of the bees happen. Like there's a lot of bees that happen farther away, and some of them quite a few of those happen along the coast.
Mm-hmm. I'd say either
9.
IX. I think it's between
9 and 8 and 9.
Yeah, 8 and 9 or 7 and 9.
Well, it mentioned
Tiffany, what did he put in the lab?
Sorry, I thought I took myself off mute. He didn't say anything for that one. He told us to figure it out on our own. But
that sounds like.
So he just gave like the first one and then just like go figure out all the rest.
Pretty much, yeah.
That sounds like Keel, yeah. Does it a lot.
Yeah, I think 8 makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Or it's definitely between 8 and 9.
I think 9 because it says that there were cracks on the ground.
Yeah, You just see ground.
It directly
cracks.
Yeah, directly mentions the cracks in the ground, so I'm gonna go with 9.
Makes sense.
Right. So we have trees,
Like,
bushes,
and like
shook.
even then, it's like I feel like this is like not one like he can go like you're wrong. It's like you're close
Right.
because this is like by opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. So C.
I think it's 7.
Yeah.
7 as well.
So D. Felt by all. Some had trouble walking. Not noticed by most drivers.
I'm gonna go with B for D because
Yeah,
it says
a 5.
some breakage of plaster and it mentions it directly.
Mm. It also, yeah.
Yeah, like and like things were knocked off.
But it
And
was
then
felt by all, so I'm gonna
Well,
actually
it
say it's
felt
6.
felt by
Yeah,
all,
it
but
does
not
say-
by
it does
most
say felt by all.
drivers. So felt by
but
all
not,
the people
not
who are walking or on the
but not
ground.
by drivers. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it said nothing about chimneys. That would probably be mentioned. So I'm gonna go 5. And then for E, I'm gonna go with like,
I'm going with 6
we
now.
can go 6.
I'm going
Yeah,
6 because it does
6
say
is
felt
fine.
by all specifically.
Yeah,
And then on E it does say felt by most people. So then I think that
yeah.
falls.
E is probably 5 then. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I love how pendulum clocks were noted.
I was like, who still has one of those?
It's because of the mention in 1 and 2 about only sensitive instruments noticed it.
Oh.
And a pendulum clock is not sensitive.
No, not really, but it did say something about suspended objects.
Yeah, delicately suspended objects may swing on too. And then, is that the end?
No. So for 3,
Okay.
we still have to answer the question, and using the letters, we have to create that one
The
area
map
of
sort of
effect
thing.
map.
Area of effect? Wait, what? Where?
The where it was talking about the
Oh, right, the
isoseismals.
Yeah, okay, I remember now.
So,
I mean, I don't really know anything about how to do the isoseismals.
well, because I don't have the compass marks on mine, I guess I can transfer it onto mine
Okay.
and see how you guys feel about that.
I mean, you know,
Oh yeah, I
Let
don't know
me
how to do
answer
that.
question 3 first before I do that, though.
yeah.
So, how does the area of highest intensity compare with the epicenter you located on problem 2?
They're in
They're
the
in the
highest.
same area.
Yeah.
Same area. I think that's the last question.
We still have to do the
Do the
Yeah, it
isos
is.
isosmals, though.
the isosceles, and then we're done.
I wrote in the same question, not same area. Oops.
Oh, draw. Okay,
Oh,
gotta draw that.
Dom, do you play Call of Duty at all?
Not. I used to.
Oh man, dude, I'm hyped for Cold War.
Haven't played in a long time. Call
Are
of Duty I
these
played a lot was Black Ops 3.
Oh, that's okay. We're
snacks I love that are covered in yogurt?
What?
So they're Welch's fruit yogurt snacks, and they're strawberry gummies covered in yogurt.
Oh wow, that sounded really good. But all I heard was these things covered in yogurt are good, or something like that.
I was a little confused. I was like, where did the conversation jump to that from?
I was like, yogurt?
Call of Duty yogurt snacks?
Hmm.
All right, so we need to do the isosceles, which I still don't know what the fuck. Yeah,
I'm waiting on an
I-
example from Ashley.
I'm gonna take a moment to draw those.
I believe in you, Ashley.
Okay. I'm glad you do. So let me continue to draw those. Probably using a yellow highlighter is not a great way to do that.
Continue my rough draft
And
while I wait because
go for it. You're only waiting on me now. If they were a 1-to-1 scale, this would have been so much easier, but they're not, so
pain.
it's all right.
Just sounds like the entirety of online class is something from the one word pain.
Pain. T-pain.
The big P. Pain.
I have my dogs and I'm happy.
Doesn't help that I'm running on like 5 hours of sleep at best.
Jeez.
I need to stop staying up. I need to stop staying up till 5 a.m. before on nights before geology lectures. I need to stop that.
I'm sad I missed the lecture, dude.
I was
Geology
very.
lecture is my favorite lecture of the week, dude.
I know.
I was doing. I wasn't. I mean, I was listening kinda, but like no one really talked during that one because he was just going ham.
Well, also
Like,
is that like all of us were so tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I woke up and was also doing my English draft while he was talking, and like I was also reading the pre-lab because I want to be caught when pants down when we were doing the lab, so I read the pre-lab, which we really didn't even use.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't read a single pre-lab.
I know, I haven't either unless it's like helping. It's gonna really help me solve an answer.
I just
The
kind of
text-
skim. I don't even really.
I haven't read the textbook unless it's for the homework.
I went through the pre-lab and just watched all the animations.
Big brain.
I just watched the video
Yeah.
with the animation, not the one with the guy in the stick.
But that's interesting how you could just go to a beach, stick a stick in the ground, and then just start shaking it around and cause the sand to just do that.
Bruh. Literally sent a Canvas message yesterday at 6:52 p.m. and he still hasn't responded yet.
Baby girl.
It's a sad gamer moment.
Guitar time.
Yeah, I'm just happy to get this out of the way today. Not worry on Sunday.
Okay, this is like the. I don't know how I somehow like psychologically did this to myself. You know the Rockefeller Street song that was on TikTok like really like for a while ago, like 2 or 3 years ago.
I've never been on TikTok before.
The night cover, you've heard it before. It's the 1273 down on Rockefeller Street. That song.
Nope.
Yeah,
No
I
one
do
else?
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, one time I was doing a coding project and I had nothing else to listen to it, so I put on a 10-hour loop with that. I listened to the entire 10-hour loop while I was coding, and now whenever I want to be productive, I have to listen to that song.
Oh my god.
It's pain. I listen to the 10-hour loop a lot.
Hey, I'll be
I
right
want
back.
to talk
I gotta let
about
my
it.
dogs out.
David is the one who let the dogs out. We solved the case.
My sister let the dogs into my room.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're chilling on my bed. I'm messing with one. I'm petting one of them. So yeah, I have 2 dogs. One's Amethyst and the other one's Apollo. I'll send pictures in chat because I love my dogs too much. I'm a very big dog mom.
That's fair. My dog's a rat. It's a very small dog.
My dogs are pits. Put in general because it doesn't have to involve lab.
Let's see. I'm going to do a little more planning before I can start this draft. And by planning, I mean I'm going to make it seem like I plan because I don't plan when I write essays. But I am planning a little bit. Like, there are a couple themes that I am narrowing down. I am legitimately planning a little bit. What good boys they are.
One's a girl. The brown one's a girl.
What good dogs they are.
Did you take pictures of your dogs?
Yeah, I sent them in the general chat.
Aww.
Okay, I am taking that photo now.
Yay!
Bless.
I like how Tiffany didn't say aw, she wrote aw.
Gonna leave the permanent record of awe.
Dojo.
Jojo. Why is he never come to labs if he's on?
He's on his phone.
Is he the other guy who always has his camera on? I don't know who he is.
Brosif. I don't think.
Is he one of the ones who does he go to the lectures? I don't know. He's never told us his real name. He just exists. I don't know.
Yeah.
Be in the other lecture.
I gotta go.
Alright.
Is there
Bye.
Yeah, Mike's fine.
Adios. It's been
Hello,
been good.
Mario.
That's my sister.
What?
She's
What?
for driver's ed. And what did she even say? I didn't hear what she said.
Hello,
I thought one of the people in
Mario.
the call. I thought one of the people in the call was leaving. I was like, okay, bye.
No, my sister walks in. She's like, "I'm going to driver's ed." I'm like, "All right, bye, I love you." And then she's like, "Hello, Mario," into the mic. I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
Wait, were we supposed to draw the did you just relate it to where the letters were? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I'm gonna print off. I've already printed off the one that David did, and now I'm gonna draw on that.
Oh man.
So, it's gonna be like, Ashley did the drawing, David did the circles.
True, true. You know what? Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I'm just gonna download this. There's no reason to. Ashley. Oh, well.
I'll be right back.
Oh, did you just leave out Did you leave? Actually, did you leave out E because there was just one?
No, there was an E.
Yeah, there was one
singular
E.
Where was it?
It's like basically almost in Nevada.
It's in the top right of the map.
Okay, well, you can put a
Oh.
colored dot there if you'd like.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a little colored dot there that says least felt.
I just did my main points of interest.
I think I'm just gonna take a picture of my screen and then put that in my PDF scanner.
Yeah, I can just draw my own version of this. It'll just be worse than yours because I can't draw.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that hard to draw. It's just I already have all the circles on my map, and it's like.
I have two maps because I just.
It would be
worked.
very crowded.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have two versions of the map because I have the.
All right, and I think that's where I'll end the recording. Hope this video helped you guys, and good luck.